You said that's the way it goes, that way?
Yeah, that is. So what Grampy has done, and Grampy's gonna look away now while he does this, but what Grampy has done is, unfortunately, used his Popeye-like strength and snapped the gear shifter on his 450 Outlander. So Grampy finds himself back at his good pal Kitty by the river, who's doing some welding to it so that I can go reattach it, and I was looking away the whole time. So that's pretty cool. So you can see the gear shift lever here, and Grampy using his Popeye-like forearm strength while we were plowing the driveway, which we've done over and over and over and over, and we snapped it off. So a weld is as good as the real thing. So that will be
as good as the real thing. We're hoping it'll keep this on here for a while, and Grampy will just take it a little easier when he's coming onto the shifter.
Yeah, now
because it's really not made to take that much abuse.
Notwithstanding the fact that it took Grampy the better part of 2 hours to disassemble the machine to get this out. This is really cool. So you're essentially building it up as you go. So I'm going to look away.
You can't keep the heat on that small piece for any amount of time. So right. I'm depositing 3 welds, 3 spot welds that will
okay.
That will put it all back together. Now,
yeah, that's really cool.
And then we'll do the other side.
And again, we've gone through this before, but just for the viewers at home and Grampy who may have forgotten, one thing that I've never really understood about welding, I guess, is that the mixing, I guess, of the metals themselves. So in your welding rod is a kind of metal that is going to adhere the 2 pieces of metal together. Is that correct, or that's off base, right?
There's a wire in the center of that welding rod that deposits metal.
Right.
It's going to fill in that crack that you can see here on the side.
Right.
See the way there's no metal there?
Right.
Well, there's going to be in a minute, because I'm going to start the weld up and fill that right in and come up to this good weld on this side.
I guess
see that nice weld on this side?
Right.
Well, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And that will hold it back together for a while till you pull on it too hard again.
Yeah. So it's essentially, yeah, it's going to be the weaker of the links, but I guess I'm always referring back to soldering, where I know that I'm kind of holding 2 pieces together as opposed to really mixing the metals together.
So what happens here is that that metal wire inside of this flux material is going to transfer. When I strike the arc, that melts that wire, and it keeps depositing. It actually, if you could see it in slow motion, is spitting out little tiny balls of liquid metal.
Okay.
Hundreds of them. And it's going to spray liquid metal, but at the same time, the heat from the arc and everything melts this base metal, and the 2 of them bond together.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens.
Here we go.
Oh, you got to hook the ground up, because
right.
It really does like to.
That's the path, obviously.
You gotta close the circuit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And there we go. Now we got a little weld.
So what's the intensity of the voltage? You're transferring a lot of voltage and therefore causing a lot of current in one shot, right? Enough to heat the metal. Mm-hmm. So what do you have the voltage set up at? Like, what's the potential difference between that and the ground when you strike it?
It's really more the amperage when you're doing this. So the voltage stays pretty much constant, but it goes up, of course, with the amperage, and it's a curve between the 2. Now, I don't like that little bumple, so I'm going to take that off.
Okay.
Watch your eyes.
Yep.
go.
Look at that.
Oops, that's hot.
Yeah, yeah, Grampy's not going to touch that. You almost got Grampy with that, but
Yeah.
nice.
So there we go. Now there's the
Right
two
on.
broken pieces are now back together. There's a little extra metal there to help hold it.
That's awesome. Now, yeah, now the real flex will be when Grampy holds on to it, not like this welding guy, right?
So yeah, now you just got to be more careful.
Yeah, I just got to use a little less Grampy strength.
A little less Grampy strength.
Thank you very much, Kenny by the River.